Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going through my crypto watch list to look for top altcoins for March. I'm going to rate them strong and weak based on how I use technical analysis in my everyday trading. These altcoins can also be staked on exchanges like our partner here, SwiftX. You can find a link to these guys in the description down below for 10 bucks of free Bitcoin if you're in Australia. And of course, you could probably stake a lot of these coins on other exchanges like Binance, KuCoin, and Bybit. I'll also cover my opinion of the market, whether we're looking at a suckers rally or a potential new bull market. And of course, you give me your feedback by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Let's dive in. First thing I like to do is check out CoinMarketCap. Just give me an idea of what's going on in the market. CoinMarketCap capitalization total is 1.9 trillion. The level I've been watching lately is 1.8 trillion. Across the markets, you can see that a lot of the stuff is green on the 7 days, but this is against a US dollar value. And I want to see what these cryptos are like against their Bitcoin value, because that helps me decide which cryptos are stronger or weaker at a quick glance. So of course, there's going to be a whole lot more that are outside the top 100, because remember, we're using over 13,000 coins, which are on CoinGecko, and nearly 18,000, which are on CoinMarketCap. So I'm just going to focus on the first 50 to 100. So in terms of what I'm seeing here, we've got obviously Luna is looking pretty healthy here at number 7 now. It's overtaken Solana and Cardano, and it's really cementing its place in this top 10 during a period where a lot of the market is looking quite weak. So it's up 33% in the last 7 days against Bitcoin, and over the last 10 days, it's up even more. Going further down the list, Atom has been another good looker, so we're going to check that out. And Near is something else that's on my watch list. I have about 200, and it's good to see that this is popping off at the moment. So that just reminds me to go back and check those charts, put some alerts on them, and hopefully we get a nice trade out of Near. FTT is another that I'll look at today, as it is part of my altcoin portfolio. And if you're interested to learn more about my altcoin portfolio, what I'm trading, get the buy and sell alert signals, check out the link in the top of the description to Patreon. I'm posting my risk-free altcoin portfolio to the members in the next 24 hours. So check out that link in the top of the description and join us there for our weekly group calls on Mondays as well. Looking further down the list, there's a few others which are a little green, but nothing that is overly exciting to me. Some of these which I've never heard of before, like Osmo, I would go and just open up a chart and have a quick look here. And there's not enough data for me to get really excited here, but it is nice to see some higher lows forming all the way up. And you can see this bit of a wedge or ascending triangle forming here with the tops pretty equal at about $12 and the lows just getting higher. So potentially we might get a breakout like I've drawn here on the chart. Maybe we come back and test the highs again and move away. So it could be a good trade. I probably just want to see a little more data on the chart, which is why I'm using the older cryptos that have a lot more data there. The next thing I have a look at, Crypto Fear and Greed, just to give me a bit of idea of what's going on out here at the moment. We're back down to fear. We went from extreme fear to neutral, back to fear. So the market is still uncertain. We don't have like a solid greed going on in the market, which is why I don't think that these sort of moves are going to last too long. But obviously there will be exceptions. And I think the exceptions, we're really seeing them now, things like Luna. As for Bitcoin, the last few days I've been watching this resistance at 46K. So I dare say once we do get that break, we're going to see other altcoins drop in their BTC value as the strength comes back to Bitcoin, which is why I'm so focused on looking at the Bitcoin values here, because if Bitcoin's strong, the altcoins are going to do well as well in their USD value, but I want them to do well in their Bitcoin value. And I want to find some of these standouts. So I think this is just looking good as a nice pullback here for Bitcoin, and another attempt at 46K before hopefully we break through this level at 46 and start to consolidate in this zone between the 46 and the low $50,000 level. I like Luna a lot. It's shown some strength above 50%. It's shown that higher low as well. It has pushed up past the next range of 50%, and it looks like it's trying to consolidate above the previous lower swing top. That's a pretty weak area when these markets are coming down. That's like a really strong sign of weakness. And for the market to climb back above that level is looking pretty good. So it's putting in a lot of positive signs here, and it's climbed back above the level that I was looking at for the first sell signal. So this here at around 85 to 90 bucks put in a sell. The market only went marginally higher before it tanked 50%. So that was good at that time, and I can get rid of that now because that worked at the time. So for Luna, it's looking pretty strong. If we get some sort of pullback, I would like that as a potential trade. As for Luna, it's definitely going on my list as a trade. It's looking strong. It's broken out of a lot of these patterns and a lot of the support levels, and it's now consolidating at higher levels. So Luna is well and truly up on my list, especially when I look at the BTC chart for Luna. It's broken to new highs, and I know a lot of people are quite scared to buy in at new all-time highs, but when you're in new all-time highs, it basically means that there's no other overhead resistance. And so if I throw this on log as well, we've jumped back into the uptrend. So I would be concerned if we broke back under this log support. So I'm on the log chart. I've got the blue line under here connected to the lows. You can see the market has dropped out of it and it's come back in, found its support on the way up, and it's back into this zone. So provided it stays in this zone, stays above the all-time high and continues to consolidate, I think we'll probably see strength in Luna. Atom was also on that list. It dropped from its double top, but it has now found support at those previous lows around $20, $21 and climbed back above the highs at 32. So this is really showing some strength again, but I'm concerned with Atom. It's been one of those trades that has taken off, but hasn't really done too much. You know, a lot of us are looking for 10Xs, 20Xs. Atom keeps coming at us with some good moves. You know, it had the 10Xs, but the last move from $12 made it to a peak of about 44. So we only saw about three and a half times a move in there. So hopefully this is the consolidation before we get another big move. But I think while Bitcoin is still figuring itself out, maybe there's going to be some weakness across alts, but this stays on my list because Atom BTC is attempting to close back above the 50% level. It's moved up to new highs, came back to 50%, and now has found support at higher lows, and is back above 50%. So Atom BTC is the saving grace when I'm watching Atom USD. It's sitting above 50% for now, but I do want to see some consolidation above these levels. And then, of course, we need to tackle that previous high, and it's already a double top, but we have a higher low. So that's a good sign to potentially not give us a triple top and then a crash. It is holding up higher than it previously was at that previous consolidation. And moving out to the macro for Atom, it has just been a long, slow grind, but we can see the lows are getting higher and higher. So it could be another long one that takes a while, but if you're not in it for quick 10 or 20Xs, this could be a nice slow grind and continue up and up and up. Near Protocol was next, and it has also climbed back above 50%. So far, these ones are all looking reasonably strong. It's above the $10. I would be concerned if it broke back under $10, try to take out the low again at $7. But history has the support level at around that $7. You can see we had a low back in December. We had some more lows earlier on, or in quarter 3, early quarter 4 of 2021. And then this was all the previous all-time highs. So it is finding some support at that $7 and is again attempting to climb. The low risk trade for me would be back above $14, which is this high right here. And obviously the rewards would be lower because you'd be buying it at a higher price, but at least this is at a stronger position because it would be back above the downtrend 50% level. Near is also staked for 10.8%, just looking at staking rewards. So far those three have been the strongest for me. They're my strongest altcoins for March: Luna, Atom, and Near. FTT also reasonably strong, but it hasn't broken out of these highs, unlike some of the other cryptos that we've looked at, say like Near is attempting to get back. Luna, of course, it has broken out of those highs and it's getting very close to new all-time highs. But for FTT, above that $50 is where I'm looking at it for very strong. What I do like about FTT at the moment is that it has broken the downtrend. So it's bounced off these levels and it's attempting to consolidate above $44, where I've got this little strong text here. So above 44 is looking all right, and above 50 is obviously stronger again. Now I have two more which aren't very strong on their charts, but they can be staked. And I wouldn't just buy something because it can be staked, because the staking rewards sometimes will not add up to any potential losses you could get to the downside. However, Axie can be staked on SwiftX for 75% rewards per year. So essentially 75% back. Now, this is not a buy recommendation whatsoever. I'm not your financial advisor. I cannot give that. I'm just looking at the numbers here. From where it currently is at $55, 75% to the downside. So this would basically be the risk on the trade. Hopefully you're still remaining within the trade. You would get your 75% per year. The token could drop 75% within that year and you would come out break even. Could drop all the way down to $13 and for a round number, call it $13.50. So if it did that drop, and you're holding it, getting the staking rewards, then it would still be a risk-free trade. Because the staking rewards are so high, I dare say that this crypto will drop further. It's under the 50% level. It hasn't broken a downtrend in a very long time. I wouldn't say that this is the final low, but at least I can see this downside at 75%. It comes in just above the previous resistance levels, so it doesn't look as bad as some of the others. Looking at ZIL as another one, this has broken the downtrend only just. That's the only positive I can see from this, but it can be staked on SwiftX, and you can also stake it on other platforms as well. But as an example, 13%, and for something that looks weaker, if I take the downside to ZIL, 13% basically is just above the previous low. And for me, that's too much risk to buy something just for the sake of claiming some staking rewards, because I can see the downside could be a lot more than that. We could see anywhere from here, maybe down to some of these previous highs or lows, could drop us down at 70%, or for the highs at around 37%. So it's still a bit too far away from support levels to make it worthwhile for those staking rewards, of course, in my own opinion. But for something like Luna that's getting you 8% return per annum, and as we were looking at on the chart, it's looking reasonably strong. It's almost doubled from these levels at $52, but it did double from that low of 43. It's already doubled to that point. That's not too bad. You know, it's a trade that looks strong and is also getting staking rewards. We looked at Cosmos Atom, which can also be staked on SwiftX, 10.8%. That's looking okay as well. And then another favorite of mine is Polkadot, which I haven't looked at, but we did look at Near Protocol, and that can be staked for similar to Atom at 10.8%. Rating these altcoins for March, I would start with Luna. I like Luna. I want to see a breakout of $104 above this high, unless we get a pullback and then another entry position a little lower. Atom is also looking reasonably strong, but again, I want to see this consolidate first above the 50% level, and that comes out at $33. So it's almost there now, and we can get some consolidation above here before we can move on. That's also looking strong. Near is probably the weaker out of the three picks, and I want to see it above $14. This is a really good start at $10, $10.50 above the major 50%, but if I can get above that 14. So my altcoins that I'm watching for March are definitely these three, with FTT being another one, as it's part of my altcoin portfolio, which I'm dropping tomorrow, an update of it in the Patreon group. So check out the link in the top of the description for members. Reason being here is that it's above the downtrend finally and getting some strength above the 50% level. So I'm looking at this, my altcoin, top altcoins for March watch list above this $50 level for FTT. They're the altcoins that I'm watching from the top 50 cryptocurrencies for the month of March. If the structure changes, then I will take them off my list, and maybe some other cryptocurrencies will get into the strong half of their 50% tool. There are other cryptos that I'm watching outside the top 50, but I didn't want to make the video too long. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this in altcoin trading, or check us out on Patreon where I've posted about them over there, and we'll be dropping my altcoin portfolio in the next 24 hours. If you found some value from the content, like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. I'll see you guys at the next video. Until then, have more fun to get more done.